Hey there! We're back for another episode of Legal Potions by LBC Law Group. I'm your host, John Courtney, and today we're going to be talking about a crazy case that involves a rat catching on fire, leading to the death of a poor 19-year-old boy. It's a crazy case. The name of the case is United Novelty Company versus Daniels. This case originates in 1949 when a bunch of boomers were being born. 19-year-old William Daniels is cleaning a vending machine in 1949. I don't really know what kind of vending machine. I don't know if it was a soda vending machine or what it was, but it was an old, grimy, nasty vending machine, and he was in a small little enclosed area. I've heard maybe it was a basement or something like that, but it's a very small enclosed area. In this area, there was a heater inside of the area, inside of the space, that had an open flame, one of those pilot flames for the heater. Young 19-year-old William Daniels is cleaning this vending machine using a rag and gasoline. And he's dipping the rag into gasoline, and he's wiping all this grime and grit and oils and all this stuff off this old dirty vending machine. And as he's wiping this gasoline-soaked rag over this vending machine and trying to get in every nook and cranny, gasoline is dripping down into the vending machine. And unbeknownst to poor William, there's a rat family living inside of this old, nasty, grimy vending machine. The gasoline drips onto the rat's fur, onto the rat's back. The gasoline, if you've ever touched gasoline, it's got a cool, sensational feeling, and it can start burning after a couple minutes of it being on your skin. It's a chemical on your skin, and you can get a little chemical burn from gasoline, and that's what's happening to this rat. It's going through the rat's fur, it starts to irritate the rat, and the rat gets scared. And so the rat runs out from underneath the vending machine and runs across the room toward this heater. As the rat gets closer to the heater in this enclosed, confined space with gasoline, the rat catches on fire. And when the rat catches on fire, it's even more frightened being outside of its home than it was when it was inside of its home and there was just a little gasoline trickling on it. Now the rat is on fire and decides, okay, I was better off in my home than I am out here. And so the rat turns around and runs back to the vending machine that William is cleaning with gasoline. The rat gets close enough on fire to the vending machine that it causes all of a sudden flames to engulf the room, burning William. And William died. What the case is really about is, should the employer be held liable for William's death? And the employer's arguments were, no one could have saw that coming. I mean, that is so unforeseeable. Who would have ever imagined? I mean, who's ever heard of a rat running around, getting close to an open flame, and then running back to a highly flammable area and then blowing stuff up? I mean, no one's ever heard of that, right? That's why you clicked. That was their argument. But the court said it was foreseeable that, and I'm paraphrasing here, that something bad in general could happen if you're using gasoline to clean something in a tiny little room with an open flame. That was enough to say the court said you don't have to be able to foresee the exact weird thing that wound up happening. It just has to be foreseeable that something bad could happen that would have negative consequences upon the person of another. And allowing William, 19 years old, to use gasoline in this room, that was enough to where something bad happening was very foreseeable. The employer also had another argument. It kind of goes like this. Well, we have a company policy where you can't use gasoline to clean things. And William was violating that policy by using the gasoline. And the court said, no. Paraphrasing again. I'm not buying this because William's 19 years old. He's a kid. He needs supervision. And whether you have the policy or not, if you're not enforcing it, it's not really a policy. And so you're not going to be saved by this policy. You're going to be held liable, employer, for creating a situation that caused William Daniels' death, even though gasoline was against company policy, not enforced, and even though no one could have imagined a flaming rat doing so much damage in this situation. Nothing I've said today constitutes legal advice. If you want legal advice from my firm, LBC Law Group, you'll have to come to our office and sign an agreement. We're not creating an attorney-client relationship with any statements made on this channel. But we hope you tune in. We hope you subscribe. We hope you like and share it with your friends. Till next time.